A total of $68 million allocated by the state in partnership with country singer Dolly Parton's Imagination Library program to boost literacy in children statewide. But there are books undelivered and money missing.
There's $650,000 that's been unaccounted for in a program, a bipartisan effort that was intended to increase literacy amongst children.
And that reeks of horrific no transparency and potential fraud.
Thursday afternoon, state senators directed pointed questions at California State Librarian Greg Lucas during a Senate Budget Subcommittee on Education hearing. Lucas was appointed by former Governor Jerry Brown in 2014.
You don't have receipts requested 6 times. You don't have bank statements requested 6 times from this committee.
In 2022, the legislature approved a bipartisan bill that led to a one-time fund of $68 million to create the statewide Imagination Library. It was in partnership with country singer Dolly Parton's Imagination Library, funded by the nonprofit the Dollywood Foundation, which partners with local entities to give books to children. Lucas and the state library tasked with administrating the dollar-for-dollar match to local partners under the program. But state officials say they found in July 2024 the program and funding weren't being implemented, and Lucas had created a separate nonprofit called the Strong Reader Partnership to help with the allocation of funding. This was a $19.2 million contract.
It's called the Dolly Parton Imagination Library.
The Dolly Parton Imagination Library.
You didn't think that their nonprofit was sufficient to work with?
That's not what we were given to understand, was that there needed to be a state entity that worked with them to administer the program.
Do you not think the state librarian is a state entity?
To which Lucas responded, it is. Legislators say the spendings of this nonprofit have been murky. Of the total $68 million, initially $57 million went to the Dollywood Foundation, $5 million to the Strong Reader Partnership, and $6 million to the state library for admin costs. But the legislature redirected $4 million from Strong Reader Partnership and $3 million from the state library to Dollywood. According to documents provided, the nonprofit has spent about $555,000.
But the Strong Reader Partnership reported that it ultimately spent about $1.2 million. So there is currently about $650,000 that the California State Library is unable to account for.
No comment. You're just looking at me. Got you off guard? Cat got you.
Were you asking me a question?
Yes. Where's the money?
We've requested the information. We continue to request the information. We'll get you the answers.
The state also notes the executive director of the Strong Reader Partnership leads the Sacramento-based consulting firm that has received over $200,000 from the nonprofit.
We reached out to Newsom's office for comment and were redirected to the state library. A spokesperson tells us they did not know establishing a separate nonprofit was not allowed. They also say the nonprofit's board members were recruited alongside the offices of senators who authored the legislation. We did not hear back from the Dolly Parton Foundation. Jenny He, News 8.